Good morning, Princess, and hello from The Wave here at Disney's Contemporary Resort, where I have a breakfast reservation all done checking in, so just waiting for the notification to head in. I think I mentioned this before, they are closing in a couple of weeks, so I need to come back and try it at least twice more. This counts as one. Never had breakfast here, so looking forward to that. Always gotten great reviews, so yeah, wanted to try it before it goes away. And, well, that's all I'm here for. Nothing to do afterwards. Still have to go back to work, unfortunately. But who knows? I'll be back for dinner, definitely. So, I don't know. Still something to look forward to. All right. Let's hope that notification comes in quickly because it's morning. It's about 10 o'clock, and I haven't eaten. But while I wait, I'll take a ride up one of the world's narrowest escalators to the, they call this the, no, this is not the convention center. This is not the Esplanade. This is, well, we'll just call it the original convention center. How's that? Gonna take a quick peek at the main concourse. There's a lot of construction going on, so not a whole lot to see. Just killing time, and hopefully it will only be a minute or two. While this is definitely not the most cringy thing here, it is July 1st, which means Corporate Pandering Month is officially over, so it's time to break out the stars and stripes. Although on that bracelet, it did say on the inside, my happy place, or something like that. So that was actually kind of cool. Seated a few minutes early, which works out great. I decided to go pretty much all out and ordered the Wave Feast and the sweet potato pancakes. They're two signature breakfast items. And I did ask about, they have a pork belly, bacon, eggs, but it's actually a lunch item. So I will do that next week because I said I have to come back at least one more time. And I think that would cover it. I had the big dish for dinner when I was here a few months ago. So I am looking forward to this feast. And, well, since I have to go back to my place anyway, if I do have to take away some stuff, it won't be the worst thing in the world. It definitely won't be the worst thing in the world. Come on, what am I talking about? I'm starting off with a simple unsweetened tea. I had asked for grapefruit juice, which seems to have sent the server off on a wild goose chase, although some pâté de foie gras does sound really good right now. Anyway, so far, no luck, but apparently it is usually available. Either way, this is totally fine. I hadn't had grapefruit juice in a while, but yeah, I do tend to avoid the juices. And before we begin, the word I was looking for the other day was, or is, thwarted. Yeah, okay. Anyway, and I also realized why yesterday's workout had such a hit on me. I did change form on a couple of sets, so that basically activated some areas that haven't seen a whole lot of attention lately. So yes, I was definitely feeling the after effects of that, but all good and much better, and will be much better in a few minutes because it has started with a very interesting delivery. A practical cornucopia of condiments. It looks like 2 types of butter, some regular butter, I think honey, maple, nut butter, I guess ketchup and melons, and syrup for the pancakes. Okay, so this is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. Apparently hidden in the depths of the kitchen was, in fact, grapefruit juice. Excellent. Unfortunately, Princess, you will never get to experience the original Horizons at Epcot, but on occasion I am reminded about that experience, and particularly the theme song. If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can. And yes, this is definitely one of those situations. When I got here, I wanted to try the whole breakfast spread, last time and all, and well, I dreamt it, so I think I can do it. And, well, the reason they reminded me is, let me show you what I got. This is the Wave Feast. Oh boy. So yes, there's scrambled eggs, a Mickey waffle, an Eggs Benedict, breakfast potatoes, bacon, and the cheddar grits, or bacon and cheddar grits, one of the signature items. And because, well, it's also a signature item, I got a side of the sweet potato pancakes. This is in addition to the condiment cornucopia and my 2 beverages. All right, like I said, I dreamt it. Now it's time to do it. Taking a quick break from the breakfast festivities, I understand completely why so many people are actually terrified about the results of the changeover.
everything has been absolutely fantastic, and this is another occasion where I don't know, kick myself for not trying this earlier, but, well, c'est la vie, I guess. Anyway, well, here we are in a dining room, so figured this would be a great opportunity to, I don't know, talk about something that I find quite annoying about most of the current cruise experiences out there. Something that I had to deal with on my last sailing on Adventure of the Seas, and that's the assigned dining times. I don't get it. I never really understood it, and I know this is a topic of a lot of debate among people. Some people like it, some people don't like it, and you know, like with a lot of things that are hotly debated, there is a right and a wrong answer. I mean, and in this particular case, the correct answer is it's stupid. That's it. It's just stupid. It is a weird anachronism from decades ago, maybe even centuries ago. I don't know. That's for some reason stuck around. There is nothing that you can't get out of the assigned dining time that you can't get with regular reservations. So people who like certain parts of it, yeah, okay, no problem. You know, you can always request the same table, you can request the same waiter, all of that stuff. But, you know, I don't understand why the cruise lines stick everybody in this very rigid structure. Basically, there's only 2 times for dinner in the assigned dining time. Super, super early, when I don't really feel like eating, and super, super late, where I also don't feel like eating. I'm also not particularly happy that they're only offering 2 choices. So my way of dealing with this is if I am stuck with an assigned dining time, and it happens depending on how late you book, I just ignore it. Yeah, so I just go to the regular, the anytime dining, depends on what they call it, anyway, and just ask for a table. Now, like I said, being a solo, it's usually easier, but still, it's something I don't really worry about. But I'm not really part of that system, and I never will be. One of the reasons I do prefer, no, these don't stay in place, and it's super, super annoying. I prefer Norwegian because they don't have the set dining times. They got rid of that nonsense years ago. So nothing to worry about there. But even on this last sailing, I think I had the early dining time, and I just went to my time when I wanted because, yeah, I'm going to eat when I want to eat, and, you know, whatever. Here's the thing, though. It's not just stupid. There are reasons why it's just bad. It's a bad business decision. It's a bad operational decision. And I don't really understand why the cruise lines have stuck with it so long. Well, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to continue this absolutely delicious breakfast now. Yes, we can. All right, that was excellent. I did not finish the eggs. Not a huge fan of the whipped scrambled eggs, but everything else was, well, you can tell. And that was breakfast at the Wave of American Flavors. And yeah, the name definitely fits. Don't know how much the culinary team tried to tie in the menu with the name, but in this particular case, yes, it is a very, very good match. And I say that because this is as far from a continental breakfast as you can get. The intense savoriness and the pervasive smokiness of all the dishes was something I don't really recall ever having in Europe or any place else. So it's definitely something that an American palate would be very, very familiar and comfortable with, and found it thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. Okay, probably just going to sit for a few minutes and, well, have the paperwork to take care of. And then, well, fortunately, well, it's back to the real world after this, but, well, whatever. And, I don't know, haven't really figured out what to do later. So I have that to worry about also. Oh, but, yes. Why assigned dining times are still stupid. There's more to come. And wow, was that a terrific breakfast at the Wave. I am very sad that it is going away. I would love to come back. Hopefully, the reincarnated establishment will be just as good. So we'll definitely be here to try that when they do open. Anyway, you know, here I am in the convention center,
which actually works out very perfectly because one of the reasons that assigned dining times is stupid is, well, the same thing that affects here, and that's peak demand or forced peak demand. So I remember from hospitality school decades ago now, kitchens are like factories, and they really have to be tuned and optimized for production, over a certain amount of time in order to, give the best experience and quality and ease and cost and everything like that. And that means, the service should be continuous over the, service hours, I guess. What do you mean? Right, a continuous service is the best way to really optimize almost any production line. But what the assigned dining times do is, and what they do is they force demand to be peaked at several specific times. So if you have a 6:30 dining time, everybody's seated around 6:30. That means the appetizers are going to have to come out all at 6:45. The entrees are going to have to all come out at 7 o'clock. The desserts are going to have to all come out at 7:30, and then everything gets cleaned up at 7:30-ish for the 8 o'clock service. Okay, well, you can't really slam a production line like that and expect good results. It's just better if it's continuous over the evening. So what they have to do is stage a lot of the product in order for it to be ready to be served all at once. And this is actually something that's been happening all over production lines around the world, where people are learning that inventory is generally bad. Why have it if you don't need it? Well, what is inventory in a kitchen? Yes, a kitchen has inventory, and that's the prepared dishes. And I pointed this out a long time ago. All those little things that go on the plates, they're not to keep the food hot. No. They're so the plates can be stacked and stored. The only way for them to accomplish this service is to pre-prepare a lot of stuff. That doesn't have to be that far ahead, but it's still pre-prepared. And, quality is going to suffer when you do that. It's much better if there's a continuous production line. And even if certain things are prepared in advance, and realistically a lot of them are, you can't just, bake a prime rib for each guest, but still, they can be prepared and plated on demand, which means they're going to have that extra bit of freshness that you just don't get with this, everything has to be ready at exactly 7:30 mentality. And in terms of the staff, I just don't see why they're putting up with it either, because the way it is right now, the people who are assigned to dining time, well, like me, they have to accommodate all of that, meaning they have to be ready for everybody to show up just in case, Now, with all the specialties and everything and the buffets, probably doesn't happen that often, but if you're assigned a dining table, well, they have to reserve that. So what if you don't show up? Do the servers still get credit from the gratuity pool if you don't show up? What if a large group, doesn't show up the whole cruise? Do they not get credit for that? So they have this giant empty table that they're basically not getting paid for. What if sections are imbalanced? What if this section's always full and this other one isn't? Is this server going to get paid more than this one just because people decided not to show up? That's a little bit weird, and I don't understand it. So, I don't know. There's so many operational issues this causes. I really am surprised that the cruise lines have kept it up for so long. Now, hold on. That's better. Yeah, my arm does get tired. Anyway, the one exception that I will grant is Disney. Yes, here we are. And that's because their services aren't just meal services. They are shows. So it's basically a dinner theater. And for that, yes, you do need a scheduled time to begin the show and end the show. But other than that, really nobody else has an excuse to keep this up. And I would really like it to just go away, never have to deal with it. Now, Royal tried. On the new ships with Quantum, they did try to switch to a rotating model or a more on-demand model by splitting up the main dining rooms. And apparently, a lot of people, we know who you are, complained, and they switched back. So, to those people, thank you for ruining it for everybody. You couldn't try it. You couldn't give it a chance. No. You had to have your one waiter who remembers your salt and pepper preferences. Honestly, who does that?
Well, hopefully, the people in Miami will, I don't know, wise up, grow some, and get with the program. Or just offer it to be scheduled. Like, if you want to eat at the same time every day, just make the reservations. It's super easy. If you want the same server, it's easy too. All the reservation systems can accommodate this. It's not that hard. So, anyway, yes, so that's why assigned dining times, or the early and late seating, is stupid. And that's it. It's just stupid. And which is why I ignore it, like a lot of other things that are stupid. Anyway, I'm going to walk around a little bit. It was a giant meal, although I did very well. But yeah, have a few minutes, do that. Then I have to head back to my place and take care of some business for the rest of the afternoon. Which means I won't be venturing out until the evening, but that's okay. That's okay. And it's very sad that I'll finish this later.
And no trip to the Contemporary is complete without saying hello to the monorail. It is time to say goodbye to the Wave and the Contemporary for the day. Excellent breakfast. I know I keep repeating myself, but it was. And got to make plans to come back. This, I guess, is my next to last visit here, so only one more time visiting the Wave before it goes away forever. But, well, oh, one more thing. That whole spread was only $30. Exactly $30, which was weird, but anyway, only $30 for all that, which I think is really, really good. So anyway, one more visit to the Wave. We'll make that happen next week. Very sad, but that is why I am thankful for my problems.